While the world prepares to respond to military offenses, many attackers are moving to less conventional cyber tactics to bring down their enemies. So the question is, how can we properly protect ourselves? Here to help us answer that question is Eyal Aharoni, the Chief Operating Officer of Cymulate. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, why are countries like Iran, for example, moving away from conventional military means and launching cyber offenses?
Well, first of all, it's no secret that they've been doing this for a couple of years already. Either you're in Israeli intelligence or you have been working at one of Israel's banks, electricity companies. You either have heard of it or have experienced it in first hand. They're doing this because it's much, much more easier than to focus on their obsolete Air Force, let's say.
Right.
It's much, much more cheaper to purchase or to perform an attack than purchase a new aircraft. It's much easier to perform. You can just send an email containing the malware and execute it.
Right, and the British Parliament was recently affected by such an attack. Can you tell us about that briefly?
A very simple attack. The attacker sent an email containing the malware, or a phishing email, to see if somebody will catch on it. And this is a very simple attack.
It's unbelievable. Now, how is Israel fighting against this issue more specifically?
Well, first of all, we have our own military intelligence units. There are many different consulting firms that are operating and helping other industries. There are most of the Israeli high-tech industry and startup work on cybersecurity and help not just Israel, but the world.
Right. So let's talk about Cymulate and how you've gotten involved in combating these types of attacks. What does Cymulate do?
Well, basically, we prepare organizations to defend themselves against such attacks. We assist them to verify if they are exposed to attacks such as a regular hacker or maybe a country prepared war attack.
Well, so that's almost suggesting that sometimes people are under attack that they're not aware of necessarily.
Exactly.
Right.
And this is why we are telling organizations, we're providing them with a tool to assess themselves on a continuous basis to verify if they're exposed or not.
Wow, okay, this is very cool. Now, what businesses and companies or government agencies perhaps have you analyzed so far with the technology that you have?
Basically, we're operating in many different banks, insurance companies. We're working in a number of government offices, not just Israel, also in Europe and the United States. And we're helping them to verify if their security solutions and security barriers are protecting them from having, let's say, a ransomware penetrate their organization and infest their entire network.
So what do you think what has your company learned so far about Israel's cyber defenses? Have there been any kind of wow moments in the work that you've been doing?
Yes, we have helped some of our customers to verify that, to stop assuming that they're secured. They purchase a lot of security solutions and they embed them internally, and then they found out that they weren't very secured when they ran some of our assessments.
Very interesting. Well, it was eye-opening for me even to talk to you about this because I think we all don't understand how exposed we are in many senses just from our daily internet use and computer use. And thank you so much for joining us and telling us about the work that you do.
Thank you for having me.
All right.